Hello, folks. Welcome to the next episode of It Came from the Discount Bin, and I am one of your co-hosts, Andrew Walker, and we also have
Alexa Harnack.
brought to you by Red Bull.
All right. If we're going with that, Mickey Jackson, brought to you by Mountain Dew.
I was
Dirty,
Cheers.
dirty
Cheers.
Mickey Jackson.
Dirty Mountain Dew.
We have some B movies that we decided on talking about this time. I haven't seen that many B movies. And honestly, as many as I'd like to. There are a lot of great ones out there, a lot of classics that I just haven't seen. But I'm glad, Mickey, that you mentioned them
Yes.
because I had a faint memory of hearing about it in the past. I didn't really know what it was about. But yeah, let's talk about this movie first. Why don't you describe the plot to our listeners?
So this is one of the first giant bug movies. So the premise is, now you don't see the monster until about 30 minutes in with this, which was fairly new for the time.
Right.
So
And it's a good idea in my opinion. It helps build suspense. Something similar happened with Jaws, I think.
Yes, it definitely does. So they were like, okay, let's try this out. And it's in black and white, which it wasn't originally supposed to be. It was supposed to be color and 3D, but they did great just leaving it in black and white. It actually was Warner Brothers' highest grossing film of 1954.
Wow. I didn't know that.
So in the desert where they had originally dropped some atomic bombs and done some testing.
I like the New Mexico setting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New Mexico.
desert
Yep.
setting.
The New Mexico setting is very windy, very dusty, and something has torn its way out of a trailer. There's a little girl wandering around. You know, we're trying to figure out what's happening. We find some dead bodies. And we bring in some scientists and the FBI. And there's a lot of military presence. But you don't really know what's happening. And you hear this weird, eerie noise.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, half hour in, you find out it's giant ants. Giant animatronic ants. Not like little ants made to look big, but they made giant animatronic ones.
Yes.
Which I absolutely love.
I didn't know Leonard Nimoy was in this. Maybe I didn't.
Yes.
Maybe I didn't see him.
He's one of the soldiers, right?
He's a soldier. He's very young, and he just walks across the room and hands a lady some papers. I don't even know if he says anything, and walks away. That's it.
A brief Spock sighting.
Yeah.
I think if I would have read the Wikipedia page first, I would have kept an eye out for him. This movie came out in 1954, which was 9 years after we first exploded the atomic bomb. Mm-hmm. At the time, we didn't know the long-term effects on humans, of course, or animals or anything. So I'm trying to put my head in that spot, in that space 70-something years ago.
Right.
How realistic was this? Like, did people think, wow, nuclear bomb testing out in the desert, it might actually make huge...
Yeah.
They did. And after this, they really thought that. Because then there was a plethora of giant, bug animals.
The most famous one, Godzilla.
Absolutely.
Which we'll talk about in a minute.
Yep. So we were all as humans certain that this was a possibility.
And it was a completely new age. Like this was a new type of scientific breakthrough. It wasn't just a bomb. It was a scientific breakthrough. Like,
Yes.
hey, we could create energy from this. Now the U.S. has over 100 nuclear plants. There's medicine. You can treat cancer, and or it can give you cancer.
Therapy, yep.
and so think about people our grandparents' age that went through this. Like, it's pretty scary to think about.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't think about that until you guys were just saying that because at the time that this movie came out, and all four of these movies kind of have a connection with nuclear war.
Absolutely,
and
they do.
I was gonna say that.
Which was not planned.
Yeah, which was not
And not planned, but it was at the forefront of everybody's mind
it
in the
would
whole
have
world.
made it that much more scary to them versus what we know now, even in that way.
Right.
Think about that.
And think about the poor people in Japan who actually lived through. Well, many of them didn't live through, but who actually are the only people on Earth that went through this twice.
Right.
Just 9 years earlier, and it's like, oh well, we're gonna have to relive this all the time now because everyone's talking about it in pop culture. They're making movies about it.
Yep.
So I kind of feel bad for the Japanese population.
Well, I tell you
at
what,
that time.
they rebuilt their cities
Oh, yeah.
famously. So I think at least right now they're doing okay. Not that I support that. I guess.
80 years later, they're doing all right.
Yeah, right. It just took a minute.
But it's just something.
And no giant bugs that we've seen, so that's good.
They might have got rid of them in their infancy.
Exactly. Or, we have any nuclear war now. Maybe this will be the next trend. But it was really interesting, some of the little fun facts I saw about it, too. James Arnest, who plays the head FBI agent, John Wayne apparently loved this movie and saw it multiple times and decided James Arnest was the guy that needed to be the lead in Gunsmoke. So that's how he launched his career by, giving him that prop because he saw and loved this movie.
He played Marshal Matt Dillon, not the actor Matt Dillon, the Western Matt Dillon.
The Western Matt Dillon.
I can't believe Gunsmoke went on for 20 years.
I know.
Wow.
That's crazy. But
From
again, like
55
you said,
to 75.
people loved a Western in that time.
Oh, yeah, it was huge.
They loved it.
But I was actually talking to my dad about this because he was witnessing this trend is that Westerns and musicals started to go out of favor at the same time, like the mid to late 60s.
Yep.
Isn't that weird? You didn't see very many Westerns or musicals after
I feel
that
like
point.
greasers decided not to be into that. So we went into the era of like hippies and greasers, and they were like, eh.
And then in the
love all
70s,
that.
the 70s for both TV and film, you had a lot of cop dramas.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Starsky and Hutch and all those.
Right, and
yeah.
then that's when Scorsese started getting big with his New York
Yep.
crime. I love following these.
Oh, the
trends.
evolution.
Yeah, the evolution.
Yep.
But yeah, anyway, this, like I said, this movie was a lot of fun. Since I hadn't seen that many B movies with big scary animals, I went into it with zero expectations, and I thought it was really well made for the time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because it's kind of like kitschy fun, but
Yeah.
it's also just a good movie, like well made.
It was pretty
Yeah,
well
for the
made.
time.
It was.
Yeah.
And I think I might have texted this to you after I watched it. The movie, like, it shows them in their like little den, and the movie just ends.
Yeah.
Which I thought was weird, but then I looked back at this time period, and a lot of movies at that time,
Yeah.
there was no like
Abrupt ending.
drawn out ending, and I didn't know if they did that just to save time or
Or if they thought it was like very like intense, like just done.
yeah, yeah.
Like it was some sort of statement. Yeah, it is a strange ending.
But I thought
But
that
yeah,
was
so
interesting.
the ants make their way to the subways of Los Angeles
Yeah,
from New Mexico, and we've caught on too late, and so they go in there, and we've got flamethrowers, and which were government issued flamethrowers and actual army men.
surplus.
Army soldiers too that were
Hey,
manning these flamethrowers. These were not actors, so I mean, all of that was pretty cool. And
you guys want to use some free flamethrowers? And hey, they're on the government payroll.
Yeah.
You guys can use them. Use them as actors.
Sure, why not?
yeah, I used to watch a lot of B movies. Like when I was a kid, I was born in '78, so there weren't a lot of options on TV on Sunday mornings or Saturday mornings. Sunday had some cartoons, but Saturdays it wasn't a whole lot. And they played B movies on this specific show on Channel 20, and it had this scary opening music that if I could, I'll find it and we'll play it on one of the podcasts for you guys. But it was terrifying. It's like like that weird, creepy. It scared me, but I still watched the movies, and that's how I fell in love with all of the B movies.
Cool.
Giant
cool.
rabbits, giant bugs, Godzilla. Some of the old vampire movies, like just real crappy stuff that was actually entertaining.
Because minus
Sure.
the one that I picked, the King Kong versus Godzilla, I didn't know anything about these other three movies really, and so like you were saying, Andrew, I kind of just went into them.
Mm-hmm.
But I enjoyed it all.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
just kind of fun and kitschy, and so like you said, kind of beloved, and going into it, I didn't really know, but I enjoyed it.
I thought it was funny how they had like the shoulder bazookas, and they're firing from 500 yards away. You're like, yeah, we'll get them.
Yeah.
Then
And
they
you have-
go there and they drop like the cyanide or whatever
Yeah.
into the
hole.
hole. I thought that was pretty funny. Like you would never see that happen
No.
today. But
No.
Or when the ants take over the naval ship.
Oh yeah.
oh, I forgot.
Have you guys heard? I read this when I was watching the movie and looking things up about the Wilhelm scream.
Yeah, yeah.
I had no idea that was a thing. No,
Mickey.
I did not.
Hold on, folks.
I mean, I knew
Mickey Jackson, a world-renowned movie watcher, has never heard of the Wilhelm scream before. So
I say I have heard of it, but I can't place it right now what it is.
Oh, I'll have
but
to
I have
look it
heard
up.
of it.
But in this movie, they do it like 6 times.
Yes, a lot.
And I'd only ever seen it done one time per movie. I thought that was a rule.
And it's in 400 plus movies as a scream. I had no idea it was used that much. Like I can hear it in my mind if I close my eyes and think about it. And
I'll find it.
Did you know exactly whose scream that is?
I don't remember who it is though.
It's Sheb Woolley who sang Giant Purple People Eater.
What? No.
Yes. Swear. That's what I read. I mean, everything on the internet is the truth. But I read it in more than one spot.
All right, so here's a 4 minutes of Wilhelm scream compilation. Hold on. No, I don't need Mike's Hard Lemonade advertisements.
I mean, not right now.
Not right now.
At last we meet.
There it is.
I think it's in Star Wars. Oh, it's in The Phantom Menace.
Oh, yeah.
Team America. Oh, the first Star Wars.
Oh, yeah. Every time someone got shot and fell off of something, they would make that scream, I feel like, in Star Wars.
And then it just became like a sort of like an inside joke amongst filmmakers, and then audiences caught on. I don't know when, probably in the 70s or so. And I guess they're still doing it. Although I haven't heard it in a new movie.
I haven't heard it in a new movie
long
in a
time.
long time.
It might have fallen out of favor just because it got overdone so much.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I know. I'm like, wow, I heard it 5 or 6 times in this movie.
I know. I encourage people to look up B movies. Like, look up B movies.
They're
like,
fun.
Check some out. They're fun. They're funny. You know, they're nostalgic for some of us that are of a certain age. But
yeah,
they do bring a lot to the table with hilarity too.
Yeah, unintentionally funny,
hilarious.
and most of them are they're not going to be like too gory or anything. You can watch them with your kids, and I think it's something that kids might like because it's so different than
they've seen,
the stuff they watch today, which is
Right.
90% CGI.
Yeah.
You know, they would see all the tangible stuff that used to go into making movies. Check them out, folks. There's lots of them. All right, we got to move along for the next one. We're on a little bit of a time crunch today. Let's talk about Matinee, directed by Joe Dante, who did Gremlins and one of our favorite movies we've talked about a long time ago, The Burbs. Classic.
Did he also do Encino Man? Maybe?
Ooh, that's
I
a
don't
blast from the past. I love
think
that
so,
movie.
but let me look up.
Yeah, this
You
was
said
good.
The Burbs, and what was the other one?
Gremlins.
Gremlins. Okay.
All right, so of course Gremlins 1 and 2. So I was trying to think, how old would Joe Dante be when this movie took place, which was October of 1962 during the Cuban Missile Crisis. He was born in 1946, so he would have been like 11.
About the same age as some of the kids.
Some of the kids. So
yeah.
he's like, oh yeah, I want to make a movie for my own personal nostalgia.
Oh yeah.
And then of course we could talk about the Cuban Missile Crisis on how it was the next step in the nuclear era.
Yep.
Because the Soviet Union had placed nuclear
Weapons
that could hit all of the whole southeastern United States and up into D.C., which was, and these kids live in Key West in Matinee.
Yeah.
But anyway,
So why don't you give us the premise?
John Goodman is a traveling movie maker who wants to put out a movie and show it in this little theater in Key West called Mant. And so he rents out this theater, and he wants to have all of these like gimmicks, like a buzzer in the seat to go off whenever something happens in the movie.
He wants to bring the theatrics back to movies.
Yes. Because he explains like there's so much competition. Filmmakers want people to see their movie. I want people to see my movie. Blah blah blah. And at the same time, there's a kid. He's probably 13.
He's like 13, 12 or 13.
And him and his little brother, their dad is in the military.
And they live on the base.
They live on the base.
But they go to school
off base.
Off base, yeah.
And they like, there's a little bit of kid romance with what's her name, Kelly Martin from Life Goes On, and then the girl from Mrs. Doubtfire, and she was also in Independence Day. Those are like the only three movies.
Two I remember.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny too when they're in school and the teacher's teaching them about the food pyramid.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, you have to have 3 meats a day, and I'm dying because I'm like, I feel like I remember this even vaguely myself. And he's like,
for protein and iron.
You could do sausage in the morning, and then you could have like a hamburger for lunch.
4 servings of red meat a day.
Yeah, right. And I'm dying laughing because it's funny. And then when they go out into the hallway and they're covering themselves with their hands over their neck, I always found that hysterical because they would have us do that for like tornado drills.
It was
you
the
go
same.
out
It was
in
the
the
same
hallway
thing.
and you duck and cover. What does that do if the ceiling comes down on you, or if the atomic bomb blows through? And
it was the same thing for tornadoes, atomic bombs, school shooters, which we didn't really have.
No.
And that was a later addition.
Yep.
But yeah, and then the girl, she was like, it doesn't matter. Like you're gonna get radiation no matter what.
Yeah, exactly.
And she gets a full week's of detention for that.
She gets basically dragged by her ear down the hallway. But it is funny watching the little dynamic of the kids, and then of course the kid from Hocus Pocus was in that, which I loved because I absolutely love that movie. And the bad guy, did you notice the bad guy was in the movie in Mant? The doctor was a dentist. Because he was talking about pulling molars.
Oh yeah.
Because you can't be a dentist anymore. I was like, oh, he's a
when
dentist.
he shows his arm.
Yeah.
I saw that, but I didn't even note that.
Yep. And the wife who's in Mant, who's John Goodman's wife, she's the bad guy from Casper.
Kathy Moriarty.
You remember that?
I never saw Casper actually.
What?
No, I never saw it.
I think I saw it a long time ago, but I don't remember
it
well.
Folks, these two have to watch Casper because that is also a classic.
Christina Ricci and is it Devon Sawa?
Yes. And and it's her voice that I remember the bad. She's got that raspy voice.
Did you ever see Raging Bull, the Scorsese film?
Yep.
So she was in that. She plays the girlfriend or whatever.
Yeah.
And she was great in that because I recently just watched that for the first time. I didn't know this, but she was nominated for Best Supporting Actress.
Yeah.
For an Academy, a Golden Globe, and a BAFTA.
Wow.
And she was only 20.
Yeah.
Or 19.
She's a good actress, but I haven't seen her in a ton of things.
Right, yeah. I think it looks like she's done a lot of like TV the last like 20-something years. So this is one of those movies that I saw. It was probably on Channel 50 when we were, let's see, when did this come out? 93? So I was only 9 when this came out. And then it probably didn't make network TV until 95, probably. So I was probably 11 or so when I saw it.
I don't remember ever seeing it before.
And then I remember watching it probably 3 times or 2 or 3 times on a Saturday afternoon. Absolutely loved it. Then completely forgot about it until a couple months ago when I was researching B-movies.
B-movies.
And I was like, oh, I gotta watch that. I just remember absolutely loving John Goodman. He was like a big little kid, in this role.
Quirky things, yeah.
Still one of our greatest actors in my opinion. And like I said, I had a crush on that girl when I was young, and especially Mrs. Doubtfire.
Oh yeah.
I thought she was so cute.
Beautiful.
But yeah, just a fun movie. The movie itself sort of becomes a B movie.
Yes.
Like when the theater starts shaking because of the
the pyrotechnics and the electric stuff. that he's
and there's
doing.
too many people on the balcony
Mezzanine,
and it
yeah.
starts shaking. And then the girl I just talked about and the main kid, they have to go into the fallout shelter
Yep.
and they
Get
think,
stuck.
what if we're the last two people?
on the history of the bird.
We're gonna be the new Adam and Eve.
Yeah. I've never seen this. This was my first time watching it, and I liked the end when he made it seem like the bomb blew up, like the
Oh yeah, he
the
projected
screen-
it.
Yeah, he projected onto the screen where it looks like there's a fire, and then you can see outside, and you see a mushroom cloud, and everybody freaks out,
They think it's real.
and they think it's real, and they start running out of the theater, and they get outside, and they're like, "Oh shit, that was fake! Like that didn't even
Like
happen."
that was an act. It was
a whole screen thing, and then that sells the tickets. Then they want to come
Yes.
back for the evening show.
Yep.
And they're like, "There's no evening show," and they're like, "Well, there's got to be because we all want to see it." And then there's people lined up down the street.
Remember the lady with her little kid? She's like, "Well, you got to tell my son that he can't see it." And he's like this little runt, and he starts punching. Them.
Yeah, it's hilarious. There's a lot of those moments where there's little funny things that happen. Yeah, it's of course, like most things, hilarity ensues, but it does have that B movie feel because it's the whole 60s era type of thing.
It's a love letter to that era. You
Yeah.
can tell.
One of
It's
my
celebrating it in every scene.
One of my other favorite parts is the two young boys who are like, I don't know, 11 or 12. They go out onto the beach and they're literally walking with all the guns and the and the missiles and all the stuff. I'm like, oh yeah, they're just gonna let civilian kids walk out here and hang out with all of the weaponry.
The artillery.
I was dying. I'm like, that's hilarious. But
Let's move on to what other movies do we do? King
yeah.
Kong and Godzilla and
Plan 9.
Plan 9.
I have to admit, I did not get a chance to watch Plan 9. I'm
That's
exposing
okay.
myself.
That's
on the
okay.
show.
That's okay.
I had some work to do up north this weekend. But Godzilla versus Kong, I did watch back in the day, and I have seen some clips of it. It's the classic, quintessential B movie. Like this is what I started with. This
Yeah.
was like men in monster suits, crushing little fake towns,
Yeah.
literally stepping on them. I mean, it is everything you want a classic B movie to be. And it's even better because now you have two monsters, not just one.
Yes.
And I think what I read was it's the highest grossing Godzilla monster movie of all time in Japan.
I think I read that too. That
it's
like
number
it
one,
did,
and
like,
nothing has surpassed it yet. It was the highest
that it
grossing
did
ever.
extremely well. in
Extremely
Japan.
well. And I was like, I can't believe it. And so many movies and things parody it, and now we have all the new ones that have come out, which are good in my opinion. I like them a lot.
A lot of them are really good.
I like the
Did you
new
see the
ones.
newest one, Godzilla -1?
Yes.
It was really good.
Real good.
And they're
I
coming out with a
really-
sequel.
Yep, I really like them. The Monarch thing, I really like the way they've kind of spun this whole thing into
There's
stuff.
a TV series, right?
Yeah,
Did you watch that?
I haven't started that yet.
I heard it's really good.
Yeah,
But
I love all of that, and it makes sense. Like the Middle Earth thing. That's another thing to besides the
Yep.
radiation. Middle Earth, we don't know enough about the center of the Earth. People have pulled stuff out of that for movies and shows for years, but it's great. I mean, it is a good pick.
apparently this is the first time that either character had been in color.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about that
Wow.
part too.
And so when I was a kid, I bought this at a toy store.
Is that
On
where we
VHS.
got the movie? Okay,
Yeah.
because I didn't know where we got it, but I remember it's a blue cover.
There
Probably still in our parents' basement.
It is.
And we watched
We should
it.
shoot a podcast from
all
the
the
basement
time.
We
where all
watch-
the original movies are at.
There used to be a toy store on Telegraph just north of Square Lake Road called Children's Palace. And I liked it better than Toys R Us. I don't know why, but I barely remember it. So you probably don't remember it all. But I remember buying this. I begged my mom to buy this VHS from there, and then I watched it, and I just loved it.
Oh God, it's so good.
And when you see King Kong's back, you could see where like the zipper
stitching.
line is.
And just like
100%.
His face is-
close-ups
It's
of his
the,
face.
it's the most distorted, terrible monkey mask.
Oh, yeah.
in the history of the
It
world.
is.
It's awful.
It's
Like,
terrifying. Yeah.
Yeah, it's awful, and they're
And then when the indigenous people start that chant,
Oh, yes.
that chant itself brings back like
Oh, yeah.
nightmares.
oh 100%.
And then how he falls asleep
Yes,
for
yes.
drinking.
They give him all the-
Yeah,
drinking the juice.
Do you remember the octopus? And
Yes.
every time it moved, they had to give that squishy noise.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
And
Oh my God.
that guy had to really fight the octopus.
Some of the music and like the sound effects and all the stuff are just hysterical. Like I loved everything about it. So what was our premise here? It's like the pharmaceutical company wanted to use King Kong, so they bring him to Tokyo, and then Godzilla breaks out of an iceberg,
Yep.
and
Yeah,
here we go.
Wasn't that like how they got rid of him? Was encapsulating him into an iceberg,
Into an
but then he
iceberg.
breaks
Yeah.
free.
I'm trying to remember what the pharmaceutical company, like they said they owned King Kong. I'm like,
Yeah.
how?
And I don't know if that.
He
I'm
cannot
trying
be
to
owned.
remember if it was the pharmaceutical company that sent people originally to the island to get like a cure for cancer or something, and then they found Kong in the original like premise.
the
of,
island where he's from.
Yes, the island where
Okay.
he's from, because it was like indigenous people and no one had been there, and they're like, maybe there's a cure for disease here, so they sent a team, including a doctor, and then they found Kong. And then they bring Kong back, which is always the thing. Like, let's bring a giant ape to the city.
What could go wrong?
What could go wrong? No, nothing, except everyone dies.
And didn't you love all the overdubbing?
Oh,
It
yeah.
was so good.
So good. And all the screaming and all of the, just
Godzilla's-
overacting. The
Godzilla's
overacting,
noise, like I forgot how
the
just
screech.
Yeah, the
shrill
screech.
and like
Screech.
ugh.
Do you remember watching this? When he moves his arms, it makes like a
Yes.
sound.
And they put little fake sparks.
No, it wasn't
Did you see
that.
that?
I did see that, but I'm talking every time the Godzilla.
like the costume.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
the
makes
costume
this
itself
really
makes the
weird,
noise.
like metallic sound, and I'm like, that's why is this in there?
Oh, that's weird. Maybe they didn't dub it out. It's probably the noise the actual costume makes.
And it's really distracting and off-putting. Anyway, do you remember the wire that the guy tests out? He's like, yeah, this new wire that my company is making, it's strong as steel. And then he starts hanging out and like swinging outside of his apartment with it.
Oh, no.
And it scares like the ladies in his apartment. I'm like, what's the use of this? And then they use that to string up King Kong with
Yeah.
balloons or whatever.
Yes.
Oh, the
because-
balloon part. That is also hilarious.
Because he made his grand entrance for the fight via balloon.
Via
Yep.
balloons, like in Up. I was dying.
He's like a marionette almost.
Yes, it was. It just all of it is just so awful. It's good. It's so awful. It's good.
Let's talk Plan 9 from Outer Space. So this was directed by a guy named Ed Wood, who is still deemed the worst director of all time.
I've heard of Ed Wood and I know about the Tim Burton Ed Wood movie, although I've never seen it. This was my first Ed Wood movie.
Yes.
What other movies has he done?
So I have a box set. It's got 5 or 6 DVDs of his movies. I've only ever watched Ed Wood, so and I've had this for like 20 years. There's a movie about a trans person called Glenn or Glenda. And then there's, I don't know, 4 other ones. Maybe we'll watch them someday.
Yeah.
But he just was one of those dudes like, let's make the movie no matter what.
Oh,
we don't have to
I don't
have
care if it's good.
we don't
or
care if it's
budget.
good. And in this movie you see the UFOs, they're just like little like metallic things that are just on strings going by.
God.
A lot of the scenes where it takes place at night, but there's like an interstitial scene where there's like a cop car driving to the scene at night. That scene of the cop car driving is actually in day, like it's
That
light.
part of
It's light outside.
Yeah.
So it's all this disjointed stuff. So, yeah, it's
And like
None of it really makes sense.
It's a large portion of it takes place in a graveyard.
yeah.
And like the tombstones are like blowing in the wind.
Oh
like it,
God.
But
The plot is just like
Yeah.
there's these aliens that come.
It's another cautionary tale.
It's another cautionary
Yeah.
tale about
Okay.
nuclear weapons.
Nuclear weapons.
I don't remember what year this was, but it had to have been in the 50s. And the aliens are humans, and they greet each other like this.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because this movie has it all. It has vampires, it has zombies, and it has aliens.
Yep.
Okay. I mean, at least he's touching on everything.
Everything. It is pretty disjointed, and the acting is pretty bad. Like, you could tell they just did one take
Yeah.
for every scene.
Yep. They're like, we're going with it.
And they probably shot the whole thing in like 8 days.
Gosh.
I one of my favorite things in about it, and you probably know about this and would appreciate
Okay.
this part of it. So, Vampira is
Yeah.
a character in the movie who was also like a character outside of the movie,
Yes. I
who was like,
like
the
I know that.
precursor to Elvira.
Yes.
Yeah.
yes,
Because when
yes.
I saw her, I was like, "Oh, she kind of reminds." And then I started reading about the actress, and she started that where she was the host of and then Elvira ended
Yep.
up taking her place.
Yep. I did
because-
remember Elvira doing, her later evening set.
So Vampira was first,
I did not
and
know
then
that.
they couldn't come into an agreement or something eventually, and
Yeah.
they replaced her with Elvira. But she is. I don't even know why was Vampira? She was the wife.
Of the
Guy
one
that
dude.
died, and then they both come back.
Yeah.
So they're like vampire zombies.
I'm dying.
Yes.
I am gonna have to put the time in to actually check this out because it sounds so terrible. I have to watch it.
Yeah.
It's
I enjoyed
yeah.
it. I enjoyed it.
It's one of those ones that it's not a B movie. It's like an F or
Yeah.
E or J
It's
K
been
M.
demoted all the way to
Yes.
the bottom of the discount bin.
And it's really short. It's only
not just from the discount bin, but the bottom.
It's like
Yeah.
under the bin. It's like you
On
have
the
to
floor.
actually pick the bin up
Yeah.
and scrape it like gum off the floor. That's how bad.
I would be willing to watch another Ed Wood movie. 'Cause
Yeah.
just even from what I read
Yeah.
about him as a person,
Yeah.
wild.
I'm gonna have to do a deep dive on
it's-
Ed Wood.
It's only 80 minutes, so it's not even an hour and a half. So it's a
that's
very
not bad.
quick watch. So here's what I meant to read more about, but he got the famous actor Bela Lugosi to star in this.
Really?
The guy who was the
He would do all the shows and then did all the was he vampire? Or what was
Dracula.
he was he was the Dracula. Yeah.
Yep. And so, but this was like well after his prime, and I think he just needed to do it for
Yeah, he needed a little money.
yeah. So I guess he died actually before this movie came out. Bela
Oh,
Lugosi
geez.
did.
But they were already working together, right?
Yeah.
Like he and Ed Wood. And so there's some stock footage of him in the movie that was filmed for a different movie. And then all the other shots in the movie, otherwise,
Type
he's
that
got
in.
the cape up like this.
Yeah, and it's
Oh
and it's
my
somebody
God.
it's another actor.
So
yeah,
funny.
it's you read about the history of this and the other things this guy did. It's just it's classic
Lunacy.
classic Hollywood.
Yeah. I like lunacy. That brings out a lot in movies.
We're running short on time. Did we have
No.
anything else?
No, this was just one of those. I think I loved.
Did we touch
all
on
of
all
it.
four movies?
We did,
Okay.
and I think I really loved all of them and how they tied in. I'll have to
Yeah,
check out
which,
the Ed
like
Wood
you
movie,
said, we
but
didn't even
we
plan
did not
that
plan
about
for these to tie in
the
where we
atomic
had,
war,
two of them were
cautionary
about,
tales.
radioactive ants, and then they happened to be about the Cold War or bombing or.
Yep.
It was actually pretty cool how they all tied in at least in some way or another, and we didn't plan that. It was all
Yes.
just based on the fact that I had to somehow fit in my favorite giant ant movie into the podcast.
And
I've been waiting impatiently to get it on there.
because I remember you mentioned it several months ago.
Way early on.
And you were like, we need to do a B movie episode, and I said yes, and now is the time.
You guys
to
are looking for other classics. Send
Yes.
us a message. I've got other options. So many you might like.
Well, anything else you guys want to add?
No, I think I really, like I said, enjoyed this one. I liked all the fun facts too about some of them that we looked up.
Yes, and I'm glad I rediscovered Matinee because such a fun movie. Like I said, it's a love letter to the actual B movies that we talked about.
I picture little 11-year-old Andrew watching this in the basement, with his PJs on and some snacks. Just loving it.
While at the same time playing with some X-Men and Batman figures.
Love it.
All right, folks. Well, thank you for listening to It Came From the Discount Bend, our B-movie episode. And I am Andrew Walker, and we also have...
Alexa Harnick.
Mickey Jackson. And our drinks, don't forget.
Brought to you by Mountain Dew, Red Bull, and Karma Probiotic Water.
Ooh.
All right, folks. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you next time.